Alright guys, so we're back. I'm gonna try and see if ChatGPT can solve one of my riddles. I write very complex riddles and sometimes I'll throw it at chat and see if he can solve it. A lot of times he can solve them, but there are those times where my riddles are very complex. And he'll throw all the answers in the world at me, but none of them are the correct one. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean by one of my riddles. I'll tell you at the end what the answer is, but for now let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. X's and I's lined up before the bow, above a changed soul laying so low. He's going to think it's a poem, but I have to write riddles here. At the end of the video, I'll tell you what the answer is. Okay, so he thinks it's Roman numerals. Could mean a series of Roman, nope. It has nothing to do with Roman numerals, but it's a good guess because X's and I's. And I kind of do that to him to see if I can throw him off, and it always throws him off. He thinks it's a tombstone, which is a really good answer because sometimes Roman numerals are used on graves and whatnot. And a soul laying low really matches a buried person, so it would fit. So he thinks it's that. Well, I'm going to tell him it's not. Try again, sir. Okay, so he's back with the Roman numerals. Let's see what else he's got for me. Above a changed soul laying so low. Nope. Coffin. Okay, so he's kind of stuck there with that, but he might have a military sitter. Nope. Strong themes, death, honor, ceremony, blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with any of those subjects. So here he's kind of fixated on all of these. Okay, I'm going to tell him to try another approach. All right, let's switch gears, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what he's got lined up. Could be the crosses and vertical lines, a bow of a gift, front of a ship. Okay, so he's got some theories here, but he's got, let's see his hypothesis. A visual metaphor, a butterfly. Okay, yeah, it has nothing to do with that. That's a good guess. He goes off on a lot of tangents, but then, you know, sometimes he's convinced of answers which are completely off. And we're going to probably place symbols, X's and I's arranged in a line before a bow, literal or symbolic. Would you like to guess object? And then he starts asking me for hints. That's another thing. He wants hints and whatnot. And sure, I can get a smarter AI and whatnot. But the thing is, this is proof that AI can really, unless they make a very strong computer, like a super AI, these are way too hard to figure out. That's why the human mind will always be more intelligent than AI. I'm going to tell him to try again, last try. X's and I's lined up before the bow, above a changed soul laying so low. Let's see, sting of a bow, final guess. All right, so it's just so he's fixated on the tombstone, which is fine. I understand that. It really fits all the lines, the two lines that I have there. But unfortunately for chat, that's not the correct answer. I'm going to write the correct answer. The correct answer is shoelace. Let's see what he says about it. Shoelace. That's brilliant. Let's unpack it now with the answer in mind. X's and I's lined up before the bow, change soul length so low. X's and I's lined up. When you look at a tied shoelace, cross laces from a series of X shapes and shoes and straight lines, segments look like eyes in between. Exactly. Before the bow. The bow is a shoelace bow. Exactly. Changed soul. Clever pun on soul. The bottom part of the shoe, which lays low, close to the ground. There you go, boy. Well, there you have it. I had to give him the answer because he couldn't figure it out. But there you go. That's one example. I'll be back with another one. If you guys are interested in these types of videos, let me know. Okay? Peace out. And don't forget, you can check me out on Instagram. You can check me out on YouTube if you want to follow me. That's cool. TikTok, whatever. I don't really care. But Instagram, I'm pretty big on Insta. So if you guys want to check it out, go for it. Later.